This is the most precise explosion you will ever meet. It sits just inches from your chest, patiently waiting inside your steering wheel or dashboard. It is designed to perform one single, violent, yet life-saving act. It must work perfectly, and it must work in a fraction of a second. Consider the simple act of blinking your eyes. Your eyelids take about 100 milliseconds to close and open again. The airbag in your car must be fully deployed and ready to catch you in less than half that time. It must anticipate your body's forward momentum and create a soft barrier before your head can make contact with the hard, unforgiving surfaces of the car's interior. It is a race against physics, a race the airbag is engineered to win every single time. The entire event is a marvel of controlled chaos, a split-second ballet of sensors, chemicals, fabric. Imagine the immense forces at play during a collision. A vehicle traveling at just 30 miles per hour comes to an abrupt, violent halt. Your body, however, does not. Inertia dictates that you will continue moving forward at that same speed until something stops you. That something could be the steering wheel, the dashboard, the windshield. It is a cushion that appears from nowhere, a soft shield against the brutal reality of a crash. Its deployment is so fast, so utterly sudden, that most people in an accident don't even see it happen. They only feel its embrace. The first sensation is often one of utter shock, a loud bang followed by a face full of white powder. It is only later that the reason for this sudden, violent intrusion becomes clear. The system is not just a bag. It is an intricate network designed for one purpose: to slow your deceleration. The airbag doesn't stop you cold. Instead, it gives you a few extra crucial inches to slow down, spreading the immense force of the impact over a wider surface area of your body. Instead of concentrating all that energy on your skull or chest, the airbag distributes it across your head and torso, dramatically reducing the risk of catastrophic injury. This tiny contained explosion is your first and best line of defense when everything goes wrong. This is not a gentle unfurling, like a flower blooming in time-lapse. It is an explosive event, a contained detonation that generates a massive volume of gas almost instantaneously. The sound is often compared to a shotgun blast going off inside the car. The force is considerable, and it has to be. The airbag must inflate faster than your body can travel the short distance from your seat to the dashboard. The system is designed to save your life, and it does so by deploying with an urgency that is almost impossible to comprehend. Faster than a blink, faster than your brain can even register the danger, the airbag is already there, waiting. So how does the car know when to unleash this life-saving device? The process begins with a set of unseen sentinels, tiny electronic sensors strategically placed around the vehicle's frame. These sensors are the car's nervous system, constantly monitoring its state. Their primary job is to detect a sudden and severe change in speed. They are accelerometers like the ones in your smartphone, but far more robust and specialized. They constantly measure the forces acting on the car, waiting for a specific signature. The unmistakable jolt of a moderate to severe frontal impact side impact collision. A simple pothole or a hard brake won't trigger them. The deceleration must be sharp and significant enough to signal a real crash. Once a sensor detects a force past a pre-programmed threshold, it sends an electrical signal. This is not a leisurely message. It is an urgent, high-priority command that races through dedicated wiring. The control unit is the final decision maker. It analyzes sensor data to confirm the crash and determine severity and the nature of the impact. Is it a direct frontal hit? Is it an offset crash? The control unit processes this in mere milliseconds, a timescale far faster than human reaction. If the crash is severe enough, is it an offset crash? The whole detection and decision sequence takes about 15 to 20 milliseconds. By comparison, a blink takes 150 milliseconds. The car's sensors have already detected the crash, evaluated its severity, and decided to deploy the airbag before your brain registers the impact. This speed is the key to the airbag's effectiveness. It must anticipate occupant movement and act preemptively. It cannot wait for you to move forward. It must be in place before your body gains momentum toward the interior. Some systems integrate with seatbelt sensors to know if occupants are buckled, and with occupant classification systems that estimate weight. That enables a more nuanced response. For a lower speed crash or for a lighter passenger, the system may deploy with less force. This is called dual-stage inflation. These unseen sentinels aren't simple switches. They're sophisticated guardians making split-second judgments to protect you. Once the airbag control unit sends its command, the signal arrives at a small device called the inflator. This is the chemical heartbeat of the entire system. Tucked inside the airbag module, the inflator contains a carefully engineered mix of solid propellants. The most common chemical used for many years was sodium azide. When ignited, it produces a massive amount of nitrogen gas very, very quickly. Think of it as a highly refined and controlled explosion inside a small can. The electrical signal from the control unit triggers a heating element, which ignites the chemical propellant. This is not a slow burn. It is a rapid, exothermic chain reaction designed for one thing: instantaneous gas production. The chemical reaction is the core of the airbag's power. When the sodium azide is ignited, it decomposes in a flash, releasing a huge volume of harmless nitrogen gas. Nitrogen is the perfect gas for this job. It is inert. Nitrogen is stable. Nitrogen makes up about 78% of the air we breathe. The reaction generates the gas needed to fill a large fabric bag in an astonishingly short amount of time. The entire chemical process, from ignition to enough gas to fill the bag, takes only about 20 to 40 milliseconds in most modern systems. This rapid expansion is what forces the airbag out of its housing, tearing through the plastic cover on the steering wheel, tearing through the plastic cover on the dashboard, and inflating directly in the path of the occupant. The bag itself is constructed from a strong, thin, woven nylon fabric. It is meticulously folded into a compact package, almost like a parachute, to fit within the small confines of the steering wheel hub, to fit within the small confines of the dashboard, to fit within the small confines of the side seat panel. When the inflator fires, the sudden rush of nitrogen gas unfurls this bag at a speed of up to 200 miles per hour. This speed is both necessary and potentially hazardous, which is why proper seating position is so critical. The bag needs to be fully inflated before your body makes contact with it. If you are sitting too close, you could be struck by the deploying bag itself, which can cause serious injury. The system is designed to catch you, not punch you. Of course, a bag full of rapidly expanding gas would be as hard as a rock if it weren't for another clever design feature. As the bag inflates, it provides a cushion, but it must also have some give. To achieve this, small vents are built into the back of the airbag. Once the occupant presses against the fully inflated bag, the gas begins to escape through these vents in a controlled manner. This allows the bag to absorb the person's forward energy and then gently deflate, cushioning them over a longer period. It prevents the occupant from simply bouncing off a rock-hard surface and ensures a softer, more controlled deceleration, which is the ultimate goal of the entire system. The primary function of an airbag is to manage energy. In a crash, your body has a tremendous amount of kinetic energy. The goal is to dissipate that energy in the least harmful way possible. Hitting a steering wheel or dashboard dissipates energy almost instantly over a tiny area, causing high localized forces and severe injuries. The airbag provides a soft landing in a hard world by changing that equation. It increases the time over which you decelerate and spreads the force over a much larger surface area, head-chest. This change in time and area dramatically reduces peak force on any body part. Think falling onto concrete versus falling onto a big, soft mattress. The mattress extends stopping time, making the landing survivable. An airbag is an instantly appearing mattress. It turns a sudden, brutal impact into a more gradual, survivable event. The vents in the bag are crucial. As your body pushes in, gas escapes, and the bag gives, that controlled deflation absorbs your momentum. Without vents, the bag is a taut, unyielding balloon, barely better than the dashboard. Venting is what makes the airbag a true cushion. Modern systems are far more sophisticated than one size fits all. They can deploy the bag with different force levels depending on the crash. Low speed, The control unit may fire only the first stage for a softer deployment. High speed, both stages fire for maximum protection. That intelligence reduces airbag-induced injuries. Proportional protection, not a sledgehammer. Cars now have a suite of airbags for different angles. Side impact airbags deploy from the seats or doors to protect the torso and pelvis. Curtain airbags unroll from the roofline like a window shade to protect the head from the side window or from outside objects. Knee airbags prevent leg injuries against the lower dashboard. Each system follows the same basics: rapid detection, explosive inflation, controlled deflation. Together they form a protective cocoon, a soft landing zone inside the car, ready to activate in the blink of an eye. For all their incredible speed and sophisticated engineering, airbags are not a magic bullet. They are a supplemental restraint system designed to work with your most important safety equipment, the seatbelt. The seatbelt is your primary line of defense. It holds you in the proper position and begins absorbing initial crash forces. The airbag is the powerful follow-up. It cushions your head and cushions your chest that the seatbelt alone cannot. Without a seatbelt, you can be thrown forward too quickly or be out of position, potentially striking an inflating airbag, which can be dangerous or fatal. This is why seating posture matters. Drivers, sit at least 10 to 12 inches from the steering wheel. That gap lets the airbag fully inflate before contact. Passengers, keep a safe distance from the dash. Never put your feet on the dashboard. A deploying airbag can cause severe leg injuries and severe hip injuries. The human element, how we sit, massively affects safety system effectiveness. Engineers built the system. We must use it as intended. Consider the risks for children. Never put a rear-facing child seat in the front if the passenger airbag is active. A deploying airbag hitting the back of a child seat is immense force and can cause catastrophic head injuries. Following these rules is critical. They account for the powerful forces during deployment. The airbag is brutal and precise design. A controlled, life-saving explosion faster than you can blink. A violent act to prevent a more violent outcome. It uses fast-acting sensors and instantaneous chemical reaction, a rapidly expanding fabric bag to intercept you between crash start and final impact. It gives you a chance to walk away from what might once have been unsurvivable. Always wear your seatbelt and sit at a safe distance. Remember, the airbag beats your blink every time. That's what saves your life.